This business with the attack on Teslas is really getting out of hand. It's getting really out of hand. Now, I'm a never ending student of psychology and sociology, and I study the behavior of the individual and the behavior of the group. Now, sociology and psychology sort of tend to play off each other. That the behavior of the individual can affect the behavior of the group, and the behavior of the group in, influences the behavior of each individual within the group. Now, I don't know when this huge assault on Elon Musk and Tesla began. Okay, it's never ever okay to commit arson or damage to other people's property. How many times have we seen in small claims court when an angry ex keys her ex's car and causes damage to the car? Whatever, the couple had a fight, and the one one half of that couple is so unhinged that they key the car of the other. And then that half of the couple goes to small claims court and sues that other half for the cost of repair to the car. And generally, they win. And the one who caused the damage has to shell out the money. How many times have we seen that? And yet, we now have many cases where someone unhinged attacks a Tesla. The car isn't his or hers, doesn't belong to him, belongs to someone else. And everyone in this country has a right to own what they want to own. You have every right to own what you want to own. I have every right to own what I want to own. He and she, they each have a right to own what they want to own. And we don't want to cause damage to their property any more than we want them to damage our property. Okay, that is sort of a given. But it seems lately it's not a given anymore. And people have to be walked by the hand and explained from parent to child why you don't do that. And the fire bombings, the Molotov cocktails, it's crazy. If you hate Elon Musk, if you feel betrayed by Elon Musk, or whatever hatred you have every right to those feelings. What you don't have a right to do is to tell somebody else that he should not own a Tesla, or shame that person, or intimidate that person for owning a Tesla. That's his choice. Okay? That's his choice. That's on him. Doesn't affect you personally. Doesn't affect your ability to put food on the table for your family. Doesn't interfere with your life, because they're minding their own business. It's no different than an unhinged liberal or woke idiot walked by a house that has an American flag hanging on the porch, flying on the porch. And that person is walking by, minding his own business, her business, and they see a flag. And they run up to a house of a person they do not know. It's not their house. If you don't want a flag, you have every right to feel that way. But you don't have a right to tell somebody else that they should not fly their flag on their property. You don't have a right for that. That's their house. They bought the flag. They chose to hang that flag for their personal feelings and their friends and their family. You have no investment in that house. You have no investment in the people living in that house. So you have no right to walk onto private property and yank that flag out of its holdings and steal it. You have no investment in that family. You have no investment in that house. And you know what? They're just going to buy another flag and hang it anyway. So what? So what? Uh, what was the point there? You did nothing. Now, and the same thing with Tesla. They're another car. They're just like a Chevy or a Ford, a Honda or a Civic or Toyota. Just another car. It's just a car. It's another car. If you don't want to buy that car, if you hate that car, you don't have to have anything to deal with it. If you hate Elon Musk and you hate Teslas, and you're walking down the street and you walk by a Tesla dealership, walk across the street. If it bothers you that much, then walk across the street and go by a Ford dealership or Chevy dealership. Okay? You have that control. You can change your position on the sidewalk, on the road. You don't go and start setting fires to it because you hate that car. For whatever crazy, insane reason you hate that car. Just walk across the street. What's so damn hard about that? But now they're getting serious. Now there's a website that went through a database and collected all the information about Tesla owners, their names, their addresses, their phone numbers. Now, we are already worried about our information falling into the wrong hands. We're already afraid of our information going on international websites and having others spy on us. Why on earth are you adding fuel to that? I mean, these people are so, I don't know what they are, but it doesn't occur to them that we get scammed all the time and we get scam calls or someone is scamming us or our identity is stolen because our information is out there and we got identity theft. We got that going. So what does this accomplish? And it's called doxing. Okay? It's an invasion of privacy as far as I'm concerned. And we're already worried about our information getting out there and having somebody steal our identity. And now you're going to add fuel to that fear by doxing our information about the car we own, the car we choose to own. That's our choice. I don't know you, and you don't know me. And just because you don't like that car doesn't have doesn't give you the right to tell somebody else that they should not own the car they choose to own. And it's getting even worse. I saw a video where somebody driving a Tesla is stopped at a stoplight and a person in front of him got out of their car and walked up to the driver door. Hey, hey, get rid of your car. Now, that, exactly. See, that driver knew. Okay, now, road rage, unfortunately, is a reality in our society today. We do not know if somebody in another car has a gun in their car. We don't know. I have seen many people get shot after being cut off on the highway or uh, or what's the expression? Just shoot through a red light, and the person with the gun gets so mad that they'll chase that person down and say, "You passed through that red light. We have a moral obligation to shoot you dead." That's the reality we live in today. Now, the person who gets out of his car and walks up to the passenger side to tell that driver that he should be ashamed of owning a Tesla and that he should get rid of it. Here's the funny thing. If it's so bad owning a Tesla, how is this person supposed to sell it? These people just have no connecting brain cells. They don't think this through. If Tesla is so bad that nobody should own it, that nobody should own a Tesla, how do you expect this person to sell his Tesla? You tell him to sell his Tesla. If nobody's supposed to own one, who the heck is going to buy it from him? Really? So you sell your Tesla, and that person gets stopped, and you should sell your Tesla. Who the hell is supposed to get it and keep it without being harassed? You don't think this through. These people just don't think this through. You gotta sell your Tesla. Well, if I try to sell my Tesla, who's gonna buy it? Nobody. And then I'm stuck with a car and I'm out the money. So it's not thought through, this whole damn thing about sell your Tesla or else. You know, you gotta sell your Tesla. You gotta be ashamed of yourself for owning a Tesla. You better sell your Tesla. Who's gonna buy it? If we live in an environment now where Tesla owners are harassed and told to sell our cars, if everyone is told to sell the car, who's gonna want to buy it? Stupid people. That's what I'm dealing with. Stupid. They don't think this through. But I'll take that scenario and add another to it. Okay? This unhinged liberal walks up to a Tesla owner. Hey, hey, roll down your window. Hey, roll down your window. What do you want? You gotta sell your Tesla. Says who? Do you feel lucky, punk? You don't know whose car you're walking up to. Yeah, you're walking up to a Tesla, but you don't know the owner. You don't know the driver of that Tesla. You don't know the kind of person he is. You don't know what kind of day he or she had. The driver of that Tesla could have been having an awful bad day, but that's something you don't know because you're walking up to a random car on a random day, and you don't know the kind of day this person had. He or she could have had a bad day with their spouse, with their children, with their boss. That person could have had a very bad day with a lot of bad things happen to it. And this person is un you know, so stressed out. They're having a rotten day. All these things are happening to me. Who is this moron walking up to my car? Who the hell is this person? Hey, hey, open the window. Who says? Who died and left you, boss? Get away from my car. Get away from my car. Go, get. Get back into your own car. Don't you bother me. I've had a bad day. And don't you tell me to sell my Tesla. You're not God. You have no authority over me. I've had a bad day already. You don't want to mess with me when I'm having a bad day. You don't want to see me get mad. I'm already mad. So you get back in your car and leave me the hell alone. That person don't know that that could have been the owner that they're dealing with when they walk up to that Tesla. And oh, decades ago, years ago, when I used to go to the arcade, play Miss Pac-Man and Elevator Action, nearby was this game called Karate Champ. And I'd watch this young man playing it. And I'm thinking, what the hell kind of a video game is this? All it is one person beating up his opponent. That's all it is. It's violent. We shouldn't have these violent games. Me on my moral soapbox. And I dreamed of taking a sledgehammer and just bashing that machine. Just smashing it to smithereens so they wouldn't play it anymore. They should be playing that game. Is that any different than these people saying you should own a Tesla? Sell your Tesla. Oh, we'll paint a swastika on it. We'll spray Nazi on it. We'll just key it up, cause damage. Just like I thought to cause damage to that video game. That game is there for those who want to play it. And the thing that stopped me from doing it was the thought, oh my God, what if they have the very same feeling about Ms. Pac-Man and Elevator Action? And they take a sledgehammer and smash those games to smithereens. How would I like it? How would I feel? And I was in my early 20s, okay? My brain wasn't completely fully developed yet. My brain, everybody's brain is fully developed at the age of 25. So I was younger than 25, but I was getting there. And then I thought, no, 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 that's not the way to deal with it. Because they could have the same feeling about the machine I like to play. So here we have the same situation. These people feel they are standing on the moral soapbox that the whole world should not own a Tesla. If you don't want to own it, you don't have to own it. But you have no right to tell everybody else what they should do with their Teslas. You don't own the company, you don't own stock in it, you have no personal investment in it. Therefore, you have no legal stance to tell a Tesla owner or a Tesla dealership how you feel about their car. Don't buy it. Don't look at it. Don't go past it. That's all you gotta do. It's it's like it's like the person driving who thinks they own the road. I knew somebody who felt that way. Oh, this woman felt like she owned the road. and she resented having to share the road with other drivers. We got people like that. And this is no different. You don't want to buy a Tesla. You don't like a Tesla. Fine. You don't have to buy one. You don't like the looks of it. Then go across the street then. You don't have to look at it. I mean, really. Very simple solutions. But this whole business about doxing the addresses and personal information of Tesla owners to incite violence at McDonald's. Um, that is dangerous and very un-American. In fact, it's a form of Marxism to try to control the population. That's basically what it is. If you're going to intimidate other people within society, within the community, within the population, to change their behavior, it's no different than these woke idiots telling us how we should approach them and talk to them and using their preferred pronouns. Well, I have my preferred adjectives, okay? It's stupid. We're not in grammar class, okay? So don't you tell me about preferred pronouns. We're not in grammar class. If you're that so hung up about grammar, you go back to grammar school and you learn about grammar and you deal with that. But don't tell us how we're supposed to um, gender you, that we should be afraid of misgendering somebody. I mean, oh my God. Or saying that we gotta, you're misgendering our cat. Or putting on an application, what gender is your baby? Which pronouns is your baby? What are your baby's preferred pronouns? I'm like, oh my God, we just gone into loony bin here. It's nutty land is what we got. You ask the baby what preferred pronouns that baby wants to use? Have you lost your mind? That's how nutty this is getting. But getting back, you cannot dictate to society what they should do as far as you're concerned. You share you have a share in the community. The community does not belong to you. Society does not belong to you. And everyone has a right to buy whatever car they want to buy. So when I saw this thing about the doxing, about the sharing of information about Tesla owners, I had to speak up. I had to speak up. I said, okay, that's going too far. I mean, it's bad enough about what's going on with Teslas. And you were so for the electric car. Now you hate the electric car. So you're basically saying that that whole green stuff was a scam. You know, you're not about green and a war on the combustion engine and gas. Well, if we're not supposed to buy electric cars and we're not supposed to buy gas powered cars, then what the hell are we supposed to drive? Idiots. You're not giving us a bit of a choice here, you know. And that congressman said, I've sold my Tesla and bought a gas guzzler. Ho, ho, ho. That said a lot about how that person really felt about this whole green versus gas situation. I said, aha, aha. So you're admitting that it was a scam through and through. Because if you're saying get rid of your electric car and you buy a gas guzzler, huh, now we know it was all a scam, a hoax. So, anyway, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. So, thank you for watching. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening again. And I'll see you later. We all are living in this society. We all live in this country. Let's get along. I mean, really. So, take care. See you soon.